Everyone, I'm MWANJO, ERNEST, the strategist. I'm here today with my able partner and upline, NOELLA PONDJA. We are here to talk to you.
Hello, everybody.
About the business of the 21st century. NOELLA, please say something to the audience.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. We're having some technical hitches, but we are back and we are ready to share with you this opportunity. We are ready to share with you, as I was earlier saying, what this business is all about and why we should all be involving in this business at the moment. So kindly share, kindly comment. Tell us where you're watching us from. Share in your own opinion, kindly share that as well. Why, what you think about this business, what are your thoughts about this business, and if you are involved in it, why you are involved in it, and if you're not involved in it, why you are still to get involved in the business. So the strategy is over to you. Let's go.
Thank you, NOELLA. As she has said, please let us share on our pages to our friends. Let's get as many people into the program as possible. In this information age, ignorance will be a choice. Let us do our best to get the word out there. Let people know about this amazing business model. People should know. It's really amazing. The more we learn about it, the more excited we get, and we can't help ourselves. It takes a lot of self-control not to jump all over the place shouting, wow, what a great business model. So as we see more people, just tell us where you're tuning in from and who you are. We're watching to see the chats to welcome you. NOELLA, over to you. Please just get us some of the names on the chat. Can you see those who are joining us on Facebook?
No, I can't see. I can't see any yet. But let's just go into this.
Okay.
Let's just go into it. Hi, Mariska. Thank you so much watching from Boya, Cameroon. Wow. Nice to have you on board, and nice to always have you tuning in when we come on.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so the business of the 21st century. Now, what is this all about? What is all the hype about concerning this business, and why is this something that we should be doing? This is something that is actually very dear to our hearts, given that we are partners already in this particular business, and we are hoping to show many other people how and why they should become partners in this industry, why they should venture in this profession. It's actually a profession. A lot of people kind of underlook it and think it's something for those who are maybe uneducated, who don't have something doing, people who basically maybe may have lost their way in life. But we are trying to show people, or we're trying to show people the dignity, the pride behind this business and why it is something they should do. So for me, very first thing, Uncle E, I will ask you, excuse me, please, I call him Uncle E, the strategist. The very first thing I will ask you is, why do you think that this, in your opinion, why is this the business of the 21st century? What makes it the business of the 21st century for you?
Hello, thank you very much, NOELLA. See, this business was examined by many experts who are gurus in making money, in building businesses. It was actually brought, the idea about the business of the 21st century was brought by Robert Kyosaki, the famous author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. He made this concept popular because he looked into several aspects of business and realized that network marketing business model is actually the business of the 21st century. And in this program, if time permits, we're going to look into as many of these aspects as possible, and many of these things that cause these experts like Tony Robbins. This is amazing. Okay, so many people, many experts who are making money around the world, making waves around the world, look at the business model and actually clap for it. Why are we talking about the experts? Why do we say these guys said it is good and we want to talk about them first before we talk about our personal experiences? Is this, if somebody, if you're in class, if you're in school, those of us who went to school and all that, if you have difficulty solving a problem in school, in maybe your homework or something like that, do you go and ask those who are failing, or do you ask those who are actually making it in class, the front benchers, the top of the class?
Those who are making it, of course.
Those who are making it, of course. So if you want advice on how to make money, you must meet the people who are making the most. The top 20% of the population make the 80% of the wealth. So those top 20% are the ones that we listen to, not the 80% who are struggling to make it. So we talk about these people because they are millionaires, billionaires in our currency. We talk about them because they are making it. And they tell us that, okay, take note of this, take note of this, take note of this. And when we looked at this, we realized that they were very right. So today, we are talking about the business of the 21st century because we have come to believe that it has better promises than most of the other business modules, than nearly every other business module we have present, if only we take a little time to look at it. So Noella, please, I want to give you the microphone once again. So you talk about one of the very first points you noticed that makes this business stand out.
Okay, for me, in my own opinion, why this business is the business of the 21st century, as I was saying on the last live before we went off, times are changing, things are evolving. And the one thing that human beings are blessed with is the ability to evolve, the ability to change, the ability to be flexible as things change. Now, there have been some changes when it comes to people's finances, when it comes to health. In fact, worldwide, there has been a lot of changes that have affected us as individuals. And we are seeing that we need to change as well to be able to adapt. Now, basic things like previously, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have the World Wide Web, and then it was created, and everything now is online. People's businesses are online. People go online for leisure. People go online now for so many things. Before you could experience other people's cultures, you actually had to travel. But now, thanks to the World Wide Web, we are able to experience other people's cultures, at least in a more sorry, what was I going to say? You get to experience other people's cultures without necessarily having to travel all the way to meet them. So the internet has made the world a global village, like we say, and we have adapted to those things. Imagine somebody now who says, hey, no, my business is not on the internet. Hey, no, I'm not doing anything. What do I need the internet for? I'm sure you and I will be looking at the person like, this person is really some archaic, somebody, you know, from some other century or something. And this is what we are talking about. Now we are in the information age. Information can easily be gotten. Things are moving very fast at the moment. And unfortunately, some of us are still stuck in doing things of the past. Now, this business is a business model that has been adopted, and it's being adopted now by companies, by huge companies worldwide. We are seeing them adopting this model as well. Why? Because everybody is trying to downsize. Everybody is trying to make more income than make expenses. Yeah. And you see people losing jobs. You see people having robots replacing people's jobs. You see so many things happening. Even companies now, they decide to outsource jobs as opposed to having people actually work for them. So this is something that a lot of companies are putting in right now. There are some apps, of course. I've seen so many applications as well on our phones that will encourage you, hey, encourage somebody to use this app and you get a point or you get something. So now everything is becoming more of transactional. Nobody wants to put something out there for nothing. If you refer somebody to do this for me, then this is what we will give you in return. And for us as humans, this is something that we have been doing all our lives. Referral is a way of life. That's what I always say. You can hardly do anything nowadays without referral. Some of us got jobs through referrals. I remember the very first job I had, I was referred to somebody who took my CV and all of that, but there was a referral that was done. You know, I want to hang out at some spots. I will ask a friend, hey, what's the hot spots here, or, you know, that kind of thing. And I'll get referred to some spots, or maybe where you do one thing or not for men, maybe where you groom yourself and stuff like that. So referrals are a way of life. Okay, referrals are a way of life that we humans have always been doing. And now we are discovering that, hey, we're not just referring, but we have the power to refer and to make money. And not only that, we have the power to be our own boss, okay, because this is what makes it really special. The fact that you have the time factor, you have time on your hands. That's the very first thing I really want to talk about, that you are your own boss. Nobody really has to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. You determine your own schedule and you work according to your pace. Yeah, you know how you get to make money. So that power is in your hands to be able to say, hey, okay, this week, this is the amount of money I need to make. And I know that, okay, this is how I plan my time towards it. I go out and I do what needs to be done for me to be able to have this money that I need to make this week. For me, there's nothing more powerful than that. A lot of people, myself inclusive, when I used to work, I got very frustrated sometimes with how the whole working system is. You know, sometimes you can put in your all, but you don't get the credit for it. Sometimes you work long hours with no extra pay and all of that. But this very first thing, Uncle, I don't know if you have something to add to that, but that's the very first thing for me, the fact that you own your time. You have the power. The power is in your hands to determine what you want to make, to determine how you want to make it. And, you know, you are your own boss, basically.
Okay. Thank you, Noella, for this first point. Talking about the time, we'll discuss leverage at many opportunities, at every opportunity. Leverage is how to use time in the most effective way, how to gain from time that you have used before. I cannot talk about time without using the concept of leverage, which I think is one of the great advantages we have of this business of the 21st century. What is leverage? When Robert Kyosaki talked about these aspects of the business, he talked about us being divided into employees, experts, specialists, self-employed. Talked about us being a quadrant for big businesses, and then for investors. You realize that as an employee, like she was saying, we give in our time for money. We have an amount of time, and the bosses dictate what we have to do within that time, and for what amount of money that they will give us for that time. Now, if we get pissed off and say we want to be self-employed, we want to be our own boss, and we still just create a job that we do by ourselves, like say I'm a doctor, I have the expertise, I can do it myself, I'm an attorney, okay? All that, if I'm not there to do the work, I don't make the money, okay? This is still just trading time for money. Now, on the other side, the other parts of the quadrants, we have the big businesses where people can actually work with you, okay? Now you create a system where others can give in their time for the agreed amount of money, and you can release your time for other things, for leisure, for whatever you want, and you still make money. And in the I quadrant, where you're an investor, you have enough money that you can invest in other people's activities, you can invest in other ventures and all that, and your money produces money for you. Now, when we talk about leverage, one of the reasons why this business of the 21st century And I want to contrast it with what we used to have. We used to have go to school, get a good job, okay, and wait till retirement and live off your retirement benefits. Our parents worked under that model. Now, I don't think with the understanding we are having now, with all the information we have now, we have to rely on such a model whereby we are going to work for 40 years and then retire on retirement benefits. Then when do we enjoy the money we have worked for so long? Now, when you retire, your children do not continue with your job. So all the time you have put in 30, 40 years, it's like all wasted because it cannot continue for generations. Whereas if you are doing it in a business, especially this business, what happens is that you are able then to leverage on what you have already done. The effort has already been made, and the effort continues to produce money for you over and over and over again. Such situations we call passive income, we call residual income. These are some of the things that make this business the business of the 21st century. Because the 21st century person is a person who likes his comfort, who likes his leisure, who wants to go on vacation, and will not like it in any way that I cannot go on vacation because I need to work for the money I need. No. So if you have a business that easily creates leverage, that easily creates residual income, you can actually go out there and enjoy some good beach in Hawaii, in Florida or so, and yet you are still having your money stacking up for you even while you are away. So this maximizes the use of our time. Maximize the use of our time. So I really just love this aspect of business. Okay. So talking about the money, the time factor of the business is one of the things I want us to hold on to as much as possible. I want us to understand this aspect of it, because many people come to me saying they want a job, they want to work. And when I propose network marketing, they say, it's network marketing, it's network marketing. Okay, what is a job to you? Noella, I want us to dissect this in order to understand this aspect of job and why this is actually the business of the 21st century. As a job or as a business, we all have to give in our time to make money. We all have given our time to make money. In a certain time, you may say, okay, I want to do a small business. But we've all understood that if you're doing a small business, if you are not there to supervise and follow it up, people will misuse your resources, okay? But now, in this business of the 21st century, it doesn't matter. If people are there, they want to work, they're not working for you, so they're working for themselves. And so they cannot misuse any resources. Whatever they do, good, they do for themselves. Whatever they do bad, they do for themselves. And since people are building their business, they can be as greedy as they want. They can work as hard as they want. Their growth is your growth. Now, you have the role simply to train them well. If you train them well, all of you benefit. If you train them badly, all of you are the losers. So the aspect of time comes to teach us about leverage, which has never been looked into in the past module. Many people start working after they have retired from their regular job. They start trying to do their own business and all that. It's not supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so. You have to work for some time and have enough time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Let's put it that way. The fruits of your labor. Hello, Noella, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm with you.
Okay, that's great. So I don't know, I'll not want to belabor the time factor anymore, but I want us to dive onto something just as sensitive as the time factor in this business of the 21st century. Okay. The next aspect I want us to look into in this business of the 21st century is the low entry fee. The low entry fee. Besides the fact that it creates such a good use of our time, it also has a very small entry fee. In most businesses that exist today, you need huge sums of income, huge sums of capital to venture in any business. And we all know that in the first 5 years, most businesses collapse. Now, you put all your life savings into a business that you are not sure is going to succeed after 5 years. You put all your life savings into a startup that you are not sure is going to succeed. Yet, this business in the 21st century, you can start with a negligible amount of money, an insignificant amount of money. With enough money that you spend in one evening, you can start off a business that can make you a multi-millionaire. Where else can that ever be possible? Where else can you experience such greatness with such little risk? That is why so many people even bought in and out of the industry, going into so many different companies, because the entry fee is so negligible. Okay. Now, you may say, I don't have money to invest. In the traditional businesses, you will need many, many millions. In network marketing, oh my God, just the money for the evening is already making you a partner, already making you a business owner. And now all you need is to learn the specific skills that are needed to make the business function. Noella, are you there? I want to say something about the entry fee, the low entry fee of the business.
Yes, I'm right here. I'm right here. You basically said everything that there is to say, because if we are looking at starting a business, normally we'll be looking at quite a lot of money for startup. You want to rent some space, you want to get your goods, you know, all those things that you need for you to be able to start up your business. Trust me, it is a lot of money. But I have seen here, you have goods already that are already provided for you, basically with a low startup. And what I love about this is you get to build. It's something that is buildable. You can start from where you are and actually build to what you want to be. As you rightly said, this is the only industry that has made millionaires from people coming in with as little as maybe in our own concepts here, $50. Okay, in terms of the company where we are, I think that's about a startup fee. And we are seeing from our company already how many millionaires are being birthed every day because they are partnered with a great company as this, or because they are keyed into this business of the 21st century. So you basically touched everything that had to be said on this.
Okay. Noella, I want us to discuss another aspect that makes this business of the 21st century, which is the aspect of the amazing products that they usually bring into the market. These products are so amazing that the average person cannot afford them. The ingredients that go into them, the procedure, the effect they have are usually so great that the prices are usually high. Because of the high prices, the ordinary person cannot meet up to get such products on regular basis. But now, as partners of these companies, while you are consuming the products, you can actually be making money. So I want us to share a little more on the amazing products, on the fact that the common person can virtually reduce the cost they spend on these amazing products, as well as actually having the products free of charge. Because if you are making as much as, say, just $100 a week from a company, that you need to spend $50 for the products you need for that week, it means that you got the products for $50 free of charge, and you got $50 more for yourself. I don't know if you get the point, Noella.
Yes, I'm getting your point. You're extremely right. There's one thing I'll say is businesses in this industry, they don't put out any sort of products. Normally, products are always high class and healthy, maybe to solve a particular need. And you know, imagine the testimonies that we have been having from people who have been consuming our products. Now, health benefits you get, you know, so many testimonies you get because you are consuming products of this quality. For me, there's nothing that beats this, because if we had to take the regular means of getting our products, okay, first things first, you get those products at really good prices, as you rightly said. If we had to go through the normal route, we had to go through manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer before us, we get the prices, the products at pretty expensive prices. But because of this model, it's shortened that pathway for us, and we are able to get it directly from the manufacturer at good prices, okay, and really good quality products. So that is definitely one good point for this business, for the business model.
Okay, so we all agree that this business model makes it possible for the common person to enjoy amazing products and all that. Noella, can you please, do you have any testimony as to one experience you had with some of our good products in our company?
Oh yes, definitely. Definitely. One of the things that made me really stick to our products was I used something that gave me a terrible acne breakout, and I had lots of scarring, and it was terrible. I went from pharmacy to pharmacy. I looked for help everywhere, but it was as if it was getting completely worse. And somebody was like, a partner was like, but I thought you were a Longrich. Why don't you use the black soap? I hear the black soap works really good. I said, okay, let me actually give it a try. Funny enough, Longrich not using products, not using their products. I was guilty of that at one point in time, you know. So I went back to using the black soap and our salt cream, one of our lotions. And trust me, my face is so right now. It's amazing how smooth it made my face. It took away all the scarring, you know. I have very minimal scarring left, and hey, it's okay because I know our products are organic. It's not chemical based where you have bam, bam, bam action. So it takes time to actually clear off all those scarring, but my face is completely clear, completely clean. I mean, there's nothing that, there's no product that is not our product that I do not use at the moment. You know, of recent, you know, we just had perfumes that were launched in the market. I cannot wait to let go of the old perfumes so I can start using perfumes that I would get paid for. You know, so I'm really so excited to try that out, and you know, really good stuff. So many testimonies, even in my own team. Some young lady shared an experience. A minute, please.
Well, we're waiting for her to come back. The experiences are so many.
Some young lady shared an experience that she sold the sanitary napkins to some lady, and in after three usages, like after 3 months, the lady actually had excessive bleeding, and she was so scared, and she went to the hospital to do a checkup. And guess what? The lady had been diagnosed previously with fibroid. Scan that she did, they didn't see any other thing there. They didn't see any fibroids. It was an amazing testimony, you know, given the fact that she had to probably undergo an operation for that to come out and all of that. It was extremely amazing. So imagine the kind of products that we are offering to the people out there. We are offering a source of hope. We're offering a source of life to somebody. Why not, you know, from this amazing testimonies. I could go on. If it comes to testimonies, I could go on and on, you know, with that, and amazing.
That's true. Wow. Okay, actually, I could say a lot more like that as well, but for time's sake, we'll just have to continue. Let's look at some of these more subtle aspects of the business that makes it so amazing that we actually call it the business of the 21st century. You know, human beings are social creatures, okay? Human beings are social creatures, and working with one another, it's such a fulfilling aspect of our interactions. Now, this business of the 21st century actually gives us an opportunity to help other people, okay? In the old model, say for example, where we had to just get a job, if I was wealthy, everybody around me would rather just like, okay, he's lucky, okay, he has a good job, okay, he's a big guy and all that. And I could not just sit in my job and think, oh, someday I'm going to be the Minister of Finance. Hey, someday I want to be the Director of Taxation. You see, it doesn't even work. It's not like I can work so hard, and tomorrow I'm going to be the Minister of Taxation. I'm going to be the Director of Taxation. No, it doesn't even work like that. It's not like, okay, say somebody's a teacher and start thinking that, no, I'm going to work so hard. Tomorrow I'm going to be the principal. After that, I'm going to be the inspector. After that, I'm going to be the director. No, it doesn't just work like that. The other modules, whether it's in our careers or it's in our businesses, they had that tendency of having a ceiling based on our abilities. There was such a ceiling that we could not cross. With the business of the 21st century, such ceilings are all uplifted because somebody can enjoy the top ranks of the companies without actually being a professor or a multiple degree holder and things like that. It doesn't matter your level of education. It doesn't matter your social status. It doesn't matter your financial abilities. Anybody can make it in this business if you learn the basic skills that start off the business. Because you could be very weak, but by some chance, you recruit a few persons who are really amazing and they grow your business far bigger than you could ever imagine. So I want us to talk about how does it feel to be in a position where you can actually be of help to so many people, transforming the lives, the financial lives of so many people with so little effort. Noella, how does it feel being able to touch so many lives?
This is what I'm going to say.
Touch so many lives, okay? Touch so many lives with so little effort, so little money. You know, we try to think about going to the orphanages and all that. Many of our families, we have the culture that every year, regularly, we go to orphanages to try to touch the life of people who are not as privileged as we have been, okay? But in our regular jobs, at times we come to see, in our regular business, we come to see that we cannot have as much impact on the lives of families as we have in this business of the 21st century. What would you say about that?
Right, right. First thing I will say is that every business or everything that we do, the core is the people. The people. I was actually, somebody sent this question to me the other day, and they were like, in a company, who is the most valuable person, the workers or the clients? And it was a huge debate. And for me, I still go back to the workers, your human resource. That is your power. Now, people are your power. A lot of people say you might not have money, but if you have people, you're very, very wealthy. If you have the right people, you'll be very, very wealthy, because, you know, everything revolves around people. Now, if you're able to, let me just give a perfect example. In a job setting, in a practical, everyday job setting, we are taught to compete against each other, because you're competing for maybe promotion, you're competing for your boss to take note of you and probably do your transfer to some branch or something of that sort that you want. So the working sector encourages a lot of competition, but I've never seen an team with somebody you might not gets to the top. You're always having encourage them to take them to the level where they are. There's you trying to work together with people to boost them. So you're trying to impact so many lives as much as possible. You know, I've not seen that industry where there's like this. I have come to meet people from Kenya. I mean, before we came online, I was talking to one of our partners in Kenya. I mean, we're not even on the same team. You know, he registered from Kenya, but we have grown to have a relationship where you get to, you know, in case you're facing a difficulty, you can talk to somebody, hey, what did you do? And the person will encourage you to do this or try that. Or so I haven't seen a company where you have been given so much power to work and build people, you know, your greatest resource, people. You know, you have been given an opportunity to work with people, build people, impact lives, as you rightly said. We have orphanages, we have associations that are partnered with this company or with this business, and they are making money. They are being more sustainable because they're making money for themselves without having to, hey, look for aid, you know, the stress and all of that, looking for aid from people to assist you carry out one project or another. They're basically partnered here, and they're making their money to sustain their businesses, sustain their orphanages, sustain their associations. You know, we have amazing testimonies about that, you know, people's lives being impacted, people's lives being changed. And it's such a great feeling, you know, when you see that, hey, maybe if I didn't share this opportunity with somebody, or how the opportunity is changing my own life. I mean, that's talking in general terms, how the opportunity is able to change your own life and the life of others. And what I love about our company in particular, Longrich, is the fact that you cannot grow if you don't help another person grow. You can't grow if you do not help another person grow. So those are some of the things, you know, that I basically love about giving the point that you gave concerning impacting lives.
Okay, we can't really talk about this business in the 21st century without actually talking about some of the problems, some of the why it has developed such a bad reputation. Okay, I want to talk about the reputation. Why are people, we started talking about it at the beginning of the program, some people think it's not for them, it's for people who have lost their way, people who are not so educated and all that. So I want us to clear the air about some of those things. Why some people are not getting involved, thinking that maybe they cannot do the business is for those who came in early and all that. Let's look at the solution, because I have said earlier that you cannot be looking for solution from those who are failing, okay? If you have a problem in class, you don't go to the failures, those who are not making the class, those who are having zero, who are skipping classes all the time, and actually you see they are not going anywhere. They cannot say anything, they don't have the right to say anything. The people who can actually tell you about the course, about the school, about the system, are those who are actually succeeding, and they are the ones who can help you also succeed in your studies. So we are here because we are leaders. Clearly, we are making it in this business, and so we have the right to explain to people some of the misconceptions that are holding them back. So I want to hand over the mic to you. Just pick a few of those things that are holding people back and try to explain to them how we have solved those problems, how our company solves that problem, and how the industry is better now than it has ever been, especially with the introduction of the internet and all that. Your mic.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So a couple of the reasons why people are scared. I think for me, the very first reason is lack of information, or too much of the wrong information. I don't know which one I'm going to put, lack of information or too much information, because As you rightly said, if you want to know about something, hey, if I want to involve myself in an industry, I will move towards those that I see succeeding in the industry. I will not just sit and listen to everybody. Everybody has an opinion now. And that's the good thing about social media. Should I say a bad thing? It has given everyone an opinion. Everybody can voice their opinion, say what they think. I mean, it's a free world, right? There's freedom of speech. So people might have certain opinions about something and it's easy for them to voice that out. Unfortunately, some of this information can be very misleading. Unfortunately, it can be very misleading. And as you rightly said, it's good to go towards the people that you see as succeeding and find out, hey, what did you do? Is this industry actually what they say it is? So very first thing, lack of information or too much wrong information given out there by people with little or no knowledge about the industry. Okay, and that is why, as much as possible, you're seeing a lot of us partners coming out, doing lives like this, doing Zooms and lots of seminars to be able to give people the right information, what they need to know about the business, what they need to know about the industry, and what they need to know about how to make it. You know, you will see a lot of people posting their weekly earnings. We'll see a lot of people. It's not just because people want to, I'm so sorry, there's a lot of French going on in my head. It's not like they want to boast. That's the word. It's not like they want to boast, but it's trying to show you that, hey, this is actually possible. This is actually being done in this industry. So now we are trying to put out a lot of information out there so that people who are looking, people who want to know exactly if this is a right fit for them, would actually have the right quarters to go to and get that information. Next thing, I believe that is making people not want to get into the business, it's so funny, is the work. Like I've had people say, no, there's too much work in this business. I don't want to put in other work. I just want my money to work for me, please, please. I mean, we have so many concepts about our money working for us. Meanwhile, we are not at that stage. Your money working for you is you investing in stock, investing in real estate, investing in all those other things that will actually yield you money without you putting in that effort. But this is the only industry that allows you to start at the same level of as a business owner. A business owner is somebody who has a system. It allows you to start at the same level as somebody who is a business owner with very little or no, or no money, as we earlier said. But hey, there's some work to be done, because before anything, there's an initial input that you need to do, sharing your opportunity, talking to people. And trust me, it doesn't seem like work to us anymore, because we understand what we stand to gain. We understand what we stand to lose by being where we were previously, and we know what we stand to gain from this industry. When we see other people making 8, 9, 10 figures weekly, we know what we are working towards, we know what we are aiming at achieving. So it doesn't look like work to us anymore. It's fun to be able to impact somebody's life. It's interesting to be able to change somebody's mindset from how they used to think before to a more advanced way of thinking, so the work becomes more of fun when you understand. You become so passionate about it when you understand the impact that you're going to have in other people's lives. So that thought of people saying, I don't want to put in that work, everything takes work. You not working takes work. Everything takes work. Understand, true. You just have to understand exactly what this business has to offer you, and put in what needs to be done for you to be able to get what you want, basically. So those 2 points for me. And then fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown, I would say that's another thing that people that has kept people from partnering with us, but all of that is being handled by the right information that partners are passing out right now, to give people value, you know, so that they can see this as something that they should invest in and something that they should be a part of.
Okay.
That's it for me, the strategy.
Okay, Mom. Thank you very much. I love this aspect of the industry, this aspect of the business of the 21st century, because without understanding this aspect of it, people are missing out on such a wonderful opportunity. Okay, like Noella has explained earlier, it is amazing. Now, I want to add a few things. I want to bring up some words which always come up when people want to think about network marketing and multi-level marketing. They start thinking about Ponzi schemes, right? Pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes. And many people are like, is this just a Ponzi scheme, is a pyramid scheme, some monkey business? I have one of my friends from secondary school. When I went prospecting her, she was like, you know about the monkey business, some monkey business. And it was really hurtful, you see. As a young network marketer, I was like, oh my God, why would she say something like that? And so I went back and did my research and tried to understand where she was coming from. And I realized that she had a point. She had a point because there are a lot of Ponzi schemes which are out there parading as network marketing companies, as direct sales companies, which are destroying the image of the image of the industry. So I want to point out some of these things so that we get them and learn how to avoid Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes. One of the first things we should look into is the aspect of product distribution. Product distribution. Real network marketing companies are simply using their network marketing module as a product distribution system. Ponzi schemes do not have real products that people use. They tend to just rob Peter to pay Paul. And how do you know? How do you know? You have to be able to look into the company you are working with, the company you want to engage with, and see if they have products that people will still buy, even if there was no network marketing business involved. Do they have products that people will still buy, even if there was no business of network marketing? Would they buy the products for the product's sake? We have spoken about the products before. We spoke about the product. We said these products are so good that we love using them. We love using these products. That is what makes a genuine network marketing company. Now, if you are to involve yourself in a network marketing company, which is having products, it should not also have what they call registration, okay? Because if you're talking about registration, then you can use registrations to compensate others and all that, and the products themselves are not the source of the compensation. Those registrations end up being the main focus of the entire business, the sharing out of the compensations. Now, I want to tell us this. If you join a company because you bought products, consider it like a loyalty program. You go to a particular supermarket, a particular company to buy your normal products, and they give you a loyalty card under which everything you buy is recorded and you are giving bonuses. That is how a proper network marketing company works. First of all, your consumptions, what you are purchasing regularly, what you still purchase even if the company was not a network marketing company. Now, we're expecting you to enjoy the product and tell others about them. Now, when anybody that you introduce the product to also consume from the company says, let us share the advertising fee with you. what we're supposed to pay to advertise to get this person to join the company, we are going to pay you because you have done the work of the advertisement. This is how it goes. Normal companies who are not network marketing companies would pay large sums of money to TV stations, to TV networks, to celebrities to advertise their business. But now, a network marketing company says, you who is using the product, you who is a customer, become a distributor by introducing these products that you are enjoying to others. Okay? As they use the products, what happened? The money we're supposed to pay to these TV stations for advertisements and all that, we'll pay to you. We'll give the money to you instead. And that is how we continue to advertise. We continue to create awareness about the products we have. And as people buy, we are compensated. This is what we talk about as direct sales. Okay? Direct sales. So I come to a point where I do not just refer to my company as a multi-level marketing company, which is the name or the umbrella under which most of the Ponzi schemes can hide, multi-level marketing. Yes. But if you say we are a direct selling network marketing company, many Ponzi schemes will fall flat on their faces because they will not have any products to do direct selling. And Noella, what do you say about that?
Sorry. Yes, definitely. You have it all noted down, Uncle E. The strategist. Sorry, I keep on calling you that. Definitely, those are one of the strong points of knowing what you are doing, what you're into. The fact that people have the wrong concept about what actually a network marketing company is all about. And as I said, it boils down to wrong information being out there, you know, people not wanting to work, because that's the main reason why those companies are flourishing now, because they'll say, hey, you don't have to bring anybody, you don't have to, you know, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. But that is actually what makes the business sustainable. The fact that you're able to leverage on people. I mean, we all have networks, what we call caféage in Cameroon, what you call your clique, that's a network. And imagine that you're able to, I mean, your network is your net worth, you know. Yeah. So if you cannot leverage on your network, I mean, if your network is not bringing value to your life, then what are you doing, basically, you know? So that concept of people not wanting to work, people not wanting to do this or do that, is what has taken people down the path to many wrong choices, you know, that is making them regret now. So
now, the business of the 21st century, talking about work, talking about leverage. Okay, I want us to talk about work. I want us to talk about leverage. Why would people say they are afraid of work? What do they call work? Okay, work, I would want to say it's simply a procedure that you use to convert your time to resources, to income. A procedure that you use to convert your time to resources, to income. We all will do it. Okay. Now, where our network marketing business becomes more powerful is the fact that you can have residual income, you can have passive income, you can earn income on leverage, you can earn long after you have stopped working. Okay. When we look at traditional businesses and traditional jobs, we come to see that when you are not there actively supervising your work, you are not there doing your work. If you get into an accident, for example, let's take low entry businesses, like say in our context, in our area, say you buy a taxi or you buy an Okada, a bike, commercial bike, you venture into a restaurant business, you venture into maybe a barbing salon, you venture into things like that. It's either you yourself would spend time to learn what to do and do it yourself and put your time there and make the money, or you have to give it to other people that you would have to trust, that they would be honest enough to give you your share of the profit. And what happens after a little while is that they use your capital, your investment, to raise the money that they will use to create their own investment. Say, for example, you give somebody a taxi who is supposed to pay you an interest, a regular turnover of maybe 8,000 a day. He comes complaining every day, and pay you 4,000, pay you 5,000 and all that. And in a few months, in a year or so, you only hear that the person has bought their own taxi, and they come and give you back your keys and say they don't want to work for you anymore. They've used your money to create their business, and now they are your competitors. It's really funny. Somebody's working in your restaurant, and for a long time, the restaurant is not profitable. Instead, your capital is going down. It's going down. When you try to discuss about it, try to talk to them about it, they're like, business is not good, there are a lot of problems. In a little while, they say they're not working for you anymore. And they go across the street and they open another restaurant in their name. And all your clients who are now used to them because they were the ones in the restaurant with them, follow them to the new site. It is just crazy how you train your own competitors, how you provide capital for your own competitors. That is how the general business models before now operated. But with the business of the 21st century, hey, Noella, please, I want to give you the mic to this. Tell us, how does it work when you sponsor somebody into the business, when you train somebody in the business? How does it work?
Basically, same way, when somebody gets into the industry, you're supposed to train them. I'll say equip them, give them the tools that they need to be able to start up with their businesses. And as you rightly said here, there is no competition. You know, we work together as a team. We help each other grow, and it's the business is not against each other. You know, it's against poverty, as our SD4 Vivian Mokimo always say. It's against, the fight is against poverty and not against each other in this industry. So it's something that some other person would like you to benefit from. Some other person would, you know, it's a building, it's a working together, it's you know. So as opposed to other industries where, like you rightly said, you are training your competitors, you know, here you're training somebody, you're giving them the tools that they need to start up the business, but it's not a competition. It's more of an added value to you for doing that. Really a lot that one has to say about this business, and we cannot really do it all in one sitting. The strategist, I think that so far I've given quite a lot of valid points, and we would like some interaction from the people watching, what they think as well, how their views about this. We are definitely going to have some other session where we are going to talk about this again, the other points that we had in store, but we would love to see some interactions from the people in the comment section, so that next session we can come and talk about that again and bring more a lot more conversation. I would even love to add somebody else from Facebook. Why not to give their opinion about the business, make it more interactive and make it more open for other people to be able to air out their views as well concerning this. What do you think?
Wow, that's great. That would be wonderful. So, like you say, we are already over the one hour mark. There's so much to talk about business that really makes us see it as the business of the 21st century. We are very happy to be part of this business, and we can encourage you to meet us at any time. You have our social media handles. You can get to us. Let's see how we can get you past some of your misunderstandings about this business and ensure that you don't miss such a wonderful opportunity. Noella, thank you very much for this wonderful initiative to start off this. And I'm sure we have helped so many people, and people will continue watching this, even those who could not make it online live today. They'll continue it on our social media handles and on our Facebook, YouTube. YouTube, we also have it. People can watch it later on, and have a nice evening. Hello, leader.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.